Once again, the All Blacks perform the haka, and the Wallabies very much accept the challenge.
Most certainly they do. Powerful haka from the All Blacks, and equally the response from the Wallabies. They are up for it.
Formalities over. Andrew Brace of Ireland has the whistle. Mathieu Raynal, Pierre Brousset of France, and Ben Whitehouse of Wales complete the team that'll adjudicate in this, the second test of the season between the old rivals. 198 test matches already in the bank. And yes, 1986, the last time Wallabies won here with an outstanding team. Referee Brace signals time on, and away we go, and it will be Bernard Foley to start the test match. And after it goes Geordie Barrett, and immediately driven back by the Wallabies. But the All Blacks have channeled it nicely as Retallick takes it into contact. Cleared away by Smith. And hoofed away downfield by Beauden Barrett, where Foley waits just on his own side of halfway, keen to keep the ball in hand, away to Korobetti. And the All Blacks try and keep him up off the ground here, and they've done it. No, they've got to release him. So cleared away by Jake Gordon. Alatoa, 5 metres on the All Black side of halfway, and Gordon again swings it off to Big Jed. Holloway puts a little gap. Now can he link up? What a run that is. Inside the 22. Gordon wants quick ball, and he gets it too. Now Foley away for Alatoa. Standing rather flat-footed though. Now Gordon swings it off again. Pete Samu taken in the tackle of Retallick. Gordon again. Good start here by the Wallabies, but the All Blacks win a penalty.
This is not going to be good. On this one, Ben. Now he has literally
there was a earlier
picked up Dalton Papali'i.
Two Australia.
And he has dumped them down. Now they will want to check how he has landed.
TMO call 2 Australia, neck roll. Yeah. And I've got just a lifting clear out there then as well, Ben, is it? Yeah. So lifting clear out, dangerous, and a neck roll here.
Not checking at all with the TMO. Referee
James,
clear enough what happened.
Lifting clear out.
And just simply the penalty.
Yeah, it's a lifting clear out, just a penalty, and a neck roll.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, time off.
Yeah, look, I cannot believe they're not having another look at that.
Yeah,
that's incredibly dangerous.
I'll just get it to the director now. Hang on, mate.
So my initial view,
Dave
got him on penalty
is the
because
player they're looking at
taken
here.
above the horizontal.
And Dave Rennie said before the game, discipline was a massive factor. And 2 minutes in, they're going to suffer something here. Big bust through Ethan de Groot, though, initially.
Here's your first look at it, and we'll play all the angles we can.
Yeah.
So mitigating factors they taken. Has the player landed safely? Well, he's landed on another Australian player, which probably saves him from doing more damage. But you can see here as his head goes down, it's head on Samu. He will be lucky just to get yellow.
Yeah. Which 8 is it?
Four's your number.
Yeah, 4, because 8. Yeah. 8's not the person who, he's not the player who takes above the horizontal, right? Yeah, when you're ready, mate.
Yeah, four is your instigator, is your main instigator here, Gracie.
Yeah,
8 does lift him up, and then he lets go way before he goes above horizontal.
So the man in question is Jed Holloway.
On the screen, yeah. I've got 4 taken above the horizontal, knocked ball to ground safely, and it's a yellow card against
the referee
4.
and the 2.
Yeah, so number 4, taking the play above the horizontal, knocked ball to ground safely, yellow card 4.
Yes.
Yeah. Number 4. So we're sick there, yeah.
Well, that's the 8th yellow card that the Wallabies have copped in the Rugby Championship. And so they lose a player for 10 minutes after only 2. Cody Taylor throws. Wallabies in trying to disrupt, and they do a pretty good job too. Aaron Smith caught in the middle of that. There's been a knock-on, I think, by the Wallabies. So the ball goes to De Groot, away for Papali'i. Driven back in the tackle of Harry Wilson. Akira Ioane tries to make some ground. Now Smith swings it off to Will Jordan. Another one knocked down by the Wallabies. The referee says play on. And so now Geordie Barrett slips through a couple of tackles. 10 out from the 22. And they're going back. Yeah, there was a knock-on. Rather a belated call and a knock-on by the Wallabies.
Now Will Jordan just tried to create a little bit of space on the outside. Wallaby hand was involved in the tackle, which propelled the ball forward. Australia, obviously off the back of a yellow card, they'll need to be incredibly disciplined. They suffered immensely in Melbourne when they were down to 13. They'll need to hang on with 14, and their discipline already so early in the game needs to get much better.
An opportunity now for the All Blacks to have a crack from deep. Of course, they've only got 7 men in the scrum, Australia, and Will Jordan is positioned straight behind Ardie Savea, about 10 metres back.
Good opportunity for them to launch here. They set back Callaway and also Koroibete for a kick strategy. I'm sure if Will Jordan, as we see him there, makes his way from the right to the left,
pre-engaged here,
creates that overlap. There's a big opportunity out where Beauden Barrett is.
Let's go, quick reset.
Big space and disconnect there between Ikitau
Breakfoot's good, but we
and
need to
also
hold the gap.
Tom Wright.
Hold the gap. Yeah, left please, 2 left of the mark. So that's the mark, left of it, not on it.
Australia a man down, so obviously a big discrepancy in pack weights.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Now Smith, the All Blacks put pressure on. The Aussies a man down. They're going to concede a penalty. Controlled by Savea. Away for Smith. Back to Savea. Breaks the tackle. Slips it nicely to Taylor. Smith's after it. Has to flick it between the legs. Now Mo'unga. Away for Geordie Barrett. Off to his brother. Beauden Barrett with all the pace. Slips one player. Slips 2. Beauden Barrett. Koroibete getting across. Gets a nice bounce. And runs it into touch. 5 metres they'll go for the line out.
Magic man Beauden Barrett. His first genuine touch, and he opens them up big time. Really good pass from Geordie, spotted the opportunity. He beats Ikitau, puts the foot down, brushes off Fokete. Nice kick over the top, time to perfection. Man, it is so good to see this guy in full flight.
Scrum is taken into goal. Scrum.
So taken back, and the All Blacks will get a scrum.
Now what Australia ought to do now, clearly the 7 men are not going to be capable of holding the All Blacks. Let's just saw that.
If he does that, I'll penalise him, okay? But you need to stay left of the mark. Thank you.
Yeah, I think they need to get it back onto that scrum, and they also need to jam on defence. So going to have to say to the All Blacks, you get around us, you can. If you're that accurate and Will Jordan scores on the far side, good for you. We need to defend at source first, which is scrum and close to the scrum.
So they put Tom Wright on the far side, packing down, which means Harry Wilson can go back to 8.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
The All Black playmakers all grouped together, but they've got to put pressure on at scrum time. They've got a penalty. Now pops back for Smith. Has a little dab, Aaron Smith. Very nearly there himself. Now Savia close to the line. Ball held up. It's still there up off the ground.
No advantage. He's on it.
And they're going to go back for a penalty advantage.
He's on it, holding on. No advantage. Agree.
So the All Blacks now can,
Number 3,
if they wish, go to a line-out. They may well opt for another scrum.
They're talking about Alan Alatoa.
Lost the bind, collapsing, and then back row, you're not bound.
Yeah,
you must stay bound.
Losing his bind, but I also felt that loose head James Slipper, he went straight to the deck as well. The All Blacks' power was very evident.
Okay, same again, the same mark. Left to the mark.
They'll go a scrum again.
Yeah, that was what the penalty's for, thank you.
They could have kicked and gone the line out. They'll go the scrum. Clear advantage here.
Guys, a little bit too much lean for me. Okay, both sides. Yeah. All right, take the lean off. Take the weight off.
Yeah, so they've tightened right up defensively, Australia. I think that's smart. If they can defend the scrum first, then All Blacks' backs are stacked. They need to defend close to the scrum and make the All Blacks execute wide.
Bind! Sit!
They'll be tested at scrum time again as they go again, the All Blacks, but lost control. Here's Clark. Caleb Clark drops it back. Oh, it's loose.
It's stripped.
And the ball was stripped, so it's been lost forward by the Wallabies. And the All Blacks a little bit lucky to get that call.
Just came off 9 gold.
Wow, the Wallabies are lucky that Ardie Savea lost control of this because they were marching forward. Aaron Smith did a great job of tidying up, as did Caleb Clark, but then the work of Jake Gordon to rip it free. Even though he knocked it on, they survived a little bit longer, Australia.
Okay, I need you to hold.
Well, they're reading out the Sinbin clock down to 3:28.
When you're ready, fellas, let's go.
Got to back themselves here, Justin, even from a little bit further out. The momentum of the scrum, and if Ardie Savea can control it, and there's slightly more in field as well.
Crouch!
Yes, they've got a bigger blind here, but it doesn't look as though the All Blacks are going to use the blind.
Stay.
There, Smith again drops it in. Savia this time controls it. Been told to use it now. Tried to flick it up, and it bounced off the leg, and it's a penalty.
Yeah, offside. Wait, let me give you the mark. Yeah.
Got to be very careful here, the Wallabies.
Offside first.
In this red zone.
Offside. Okay, 10 gold offside. Off here. Wait there, 10 here. Here, Matcher.
Change of tactics. All Blacks going to a line-out this time.
Number 10, you're offside. I called use it because he stood up. But 10's offside. Yeah.
Bernard Foley, the man offside. So here we go. Cody Taylor with the throw. Reaching across for a talent. Savia, good tackle on him by Foley. And this time the Wallabies get a penalty. And that's a big one. With the man in the bin only 2 minutes away, the Wallabies still keep it scoreless.
And the All Blacks didn't opt to drive, even though they had that numerical advantage in the line-out. They did the peel around the back, Ardie Savea. They did a good job at containing him, and then a legal entry from the All Blacks. And man, Australia's survived. They survived.
Well, it's very, very interesting that they went away from what was working for them. I mean, it was clear dominance there. When you put the ball in the air, you give the opportunity for them, 1, to compete, or 2, to be off line, which it was. Retallick had to go a long way to get that.
Numbers, gold.
General approval in the coach's box for the Wallabies as
earlier, please.
Poreki to throw, unchallenged, Samu, and the Wallabies have the ball, making some ground.
One stop.
Now he slips it, or is about to slip it to Jake Gordon.
Use it.
And this will go high in the air from Jake Gordon. Clark circling under it, grabs it nicely. Caleb Clark just on the All Black side of halfway. Now Smith away from Moanga. Bowden Barrett, here's Jordan. Into Wallaby territory goes Will Jordan. Smith gets the call from Retallick, smashing his way into the Wallaby pack. Smith again, off to Moonga. Looked at the inside pass, beautifully taken down, and it's gone loose, and it's been snapped up by the Wallabies, and they get a penalty as well.
Tackler first.
And this is kickable.
7's good,
And boy, haven't they done well. In the 10 minutes, they've had 14 on the park.
They most certainly have.
7's good,
And I would suggest they will, regardless of the fact this is probably at the limit for Bernard Foley. And I may be wrong. I thought they might just try and milk the clock right until they do get back to the full complement. But he might get on in time anyway as Foley goes for touch.
Excellent touch finder. They will be restored to, and that is very good from a line-out perspective. So he's back. And that, of course, is Jed Holloway.
Just a good gap.
Are they into the win, Smithy?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that would be why Foley probably was out of his range.
Yeah.
Parecki with the throw. Getting up high was Akira Ioane, making it really difficult for the Wallabies. Ball is channeling though. There is Parecki, the hooker. 10 metres or so away. As Samu charges on for the Wallabies. Now it's Alalatua. Good, strong forward play here. As Gordon slips it away for Holloway.
Last feet.
Now Gordon once more. Out into midfield for Ketty. Head down for Eki. Real danger signs here for the All Blacks. They're trying to pick the ball up and go with it. And they win the penalty. Taken by Taylor. Slips it away for Rieko Ioane. Busting out of a couple of tackles. 10 out from the 22. And now Smith lobs the kick in downfield. Away it goes for Korobetti, and he's in real space here. Kicked it a bit early, but he may get a good bounce. He does get a good bounce.
Oh, well done.
And he kicks again. All Blacks getting back. Jordan, couple of Wallabies coming hard, and they can't. Yes, they got him the second time. And the All Blacks pinned back near their own goalposts.
Good counter.
Ball's coming for Smith, though. And off it goes to Beauden Barrett. And the All Blacks happy to hoof it into touch near the 22. Boy, up and down we go.
Energy-sapping stuff it was. The All Blacks on counter-attack were outstanding, but Australia scrambled back nicely. The work from Wright and then eventually Korobetti. The kick, the regather, and then the kick again, and traffic was outstanding. The chase, the work rates there.
The skill from Korobetti, that was unbelievably good.
Let's go, James.
And a real... He was surrounded, enveloped by All Blacks and managed to reclaim that ball. The weight of the kick, absolutely perfect. Problems for Geordie Barrett.
In the meantime, play continues. And the Wallabies, here's Wilson. Harry Wilson, just in from the 22. As Gordon swings it off again to Valentini. And the big number 6.
No.
Gordon again. Alalatua. They're right out near the goalpost as Gordon swings it off to Callaway. Korobetti. Gordon once more. Valentini wearing the 6 jersey tonight for the Wallabies. As Gordon swings it off to Holloway. Short pass to Wilson. And snapped up, but it's been knocked on. Lalakai Foketi heading for the post, but the ball lost forward by the Wallabies. But they are putting some real pressure on.
Equally great All Black defence as well, because they did show some variation. They had players running angles, a couple of wraparounds, a couple of short balls as well. And then a very good tackle to shut it down from Geordie Barrett. But the Wallabies looking good with ball in hand.
I felt it was better. I felt it was better the last, so just keep working on that, please.
It'll be interesting to see too now that they're restored to their starting forward pack, whether Dave Rennie's men can put some heat on that All Black scrum. There were times in Melbourne last week when they were able to achieve that.
Seconds.
Scoreless in the first 16 minutes at Eden Park.
Bind.
The Wallabies have survived a yellow card.
Stay square.
Now Smith works it off for Geordie Barrett, and that's a massive spiralling punt downfield. And Geordie Barrett drives it back towards halfway.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
In the 12
Okay, just
jersey
time off, 12,
tonight, he
12.
may well have to
Yeah, go for it, mate. And
go
water
to the
break.
blood bin here.
Water break.
In fact, they're going to take a break.
So idiot. Bit of friendly fire, either clashed heads, I think, with Rico Ioane. There's the Wallaby cleaner, actually, in fact.
I was happy with that last.
So he'll just need to get that repaired.
Okay, 12.
Just showed there from that exit too, the big spiralling punt from Geordie Barrett, the kicking options that the All Blacks had. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck on the bench for this test match. He'll be hungry for minutes. They've got Mo'unga, they've got Aaron Smith, they've got Geordie Barrett, who can step up as a kicker, but also Bowden. So they've got plenty of options to exit the All Blacks.
Let's go.
Yes, the Wallabies long-range kickers,
Australia, let's go.
both effectively on the reserve bench. Nick White and
Okay,
Reece
good
Hodge,
gap.
they may well
All
have
Blacks.
contemplated a penalty attempt earlier had either of those two players been on the park.
10, 9, 9.
So play resumes. As Pariki throws. Dragged down nicely by Caden Neville. Here's Valentini in midfield. And the All Blacks meet him with good solid defence. As Gordon, a little switch. And Foketi on the 10-metre line, All Black territory. Wilson only knows one way, that's straight ahead. Well controlled by the All Blacks though. Alatoa, he's been pretty prominent with the ball in hand, slipped it away to Gordon. Now here's Foley with the kick through, but rather ineffective, and it dribbles across the touchline.
Yeah, good gap, please. Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Two big, strong,
Don't take players
hard-running,
beyond the rock.
loose
Okay,
forwards
leave 'em go.
in Valentini
good gap.
and Wilson.
Yeah. Time off. Just wait. Gold on your number
Continue
one,
this,
please.
the Wallabies
Gold.
have got to try and put pressure on the All
On
Black
your one.
line, as the All Blacks
Yeah,
are
on your
doing
one,
to
I'll
them.
bring them in.
They've got to contest.
All Blacks, in you come. Yeah. Time on.
So Taylor throws, one by Retallick. Good hands from Smith. Papali'i takes it outside the 22. Now Aaron Smith feeds it up to Akira Ioane. And it's untidy, but there's a reason for that. The Wallabies have infringed.
9, same as for 9 over there. In the tackle area, please.
And the kick is a good one.
Good gap,
So
please, Wallabies.
close on quarter of the game gone. No score at Eden Park.
9.
Sam Whitelock makes the call. And Taylor responds. It's a bit short though. So Pareki slings it wildly into midfield. Finally grabbed by Foketi. Ball a bit loose though, and it's been snapped up by Lomax on the 22. Now the All Blacks can get something going here. Retallick charging hard. Ball there for Smith. Stays blindside. Trying to kick the ball through was Bowden Barrett.
Leave it!
And the ball is still there for Brodie Retallick. Now Aaron Smith away for Lomax. Goes hard. Good run by Tyrell Lomax. Now Smith hands it up for Ioane. Playing under advantage, and the penalty coming the All Blacks' way.
Yeah, just time off.
And the referee wants another word.
I've got penalty here as well, Matt. Just time off. James, I got penalty advantage there for offside, and then I understand. Yeah, it is out, but he can't dive on a ball emerging. Okay, I know it's a tricky law, but he can't dive on that ball emerging from the rock.
Emerging from the rock.
Yeah, within close proximity, he can't dive on it. So that's 2 penalties, and it's in quick succession. Need you to have a word. Tidy up, please. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he's been delivered the message.
Yeah, mate.
Here's James Slipper, the Australian captain. And
time off. We've got a player.
I think this is off the bounce of quite a few penalties earlier on as well, when the All Blacks were taking those scrums and lineouts, that they're giving away penalties in the wrong zone. So they are under a warning now. They've already lost one player. They certainly will not be wanting to lose another. So they need to check their discipline big time. Really good run from Lomax. Powerful.
Yeah, I know.
Terrific defence from both sides, actually. And while some of it's been illegal, Australia will probably concede 3 points here. But what they have done is they've convinced Sam Whitelock that this is going to be a very, very close encounter. And he's got to take points at every opportunity. He turned them down numerously in that far corner, maybe because they were a man down. But right now, he's decided that we need to get our noses in front. And this is a pretty simple one for Mo'unga.
Sure, the All Blacks will probably be having a chat too. Particularly Sam Whitelock won't be pleased that they've been turned over a couple of times at line-out time. And at that time, Australia couldn't exit off turning the All Blacks over, but a bit of a concern that the line-out's not functioning as accurately as it has been recently.
And problems for Australia. Faletti leaving the park and Jordan Petaia on in 23.
So Mo'unga, it's taken just over 20 minutes, but we finally have points on the board, and the All Blacks lead by 3-0.
All good, Ben.
So Foketi is gone, and Jordan Petaia, outstanding player, has replaced him as Foley makes the kickoff. Again, it's Geordie Barrett who receives it for the All Blacks. Coming straight through the middle.
You can't dive straight off your feet. Yeah, but you're still off feet. It's the same as what I said down there, James. He needs to pick it up, okay?
So the message is clear from Andrew Brace. He certainly came through the right channel, but then dived on the ball.
7 penalties, though, they've conceded already, Australia. It's too many. They need to get that right.
Good, yeah.
The penalties conceded, the yellow cards conceded. The Wallabies haven't done themselves any favours at all in this championship.
I thought he was on his feet then when he grabbed that.
So the All Blacks win the line out through Savi. A lovely flat pass. And the All Blacks on the forward march as Jordan makes it over the advantage line. Now it's away for Retallick. Taken by Samu. Now Smith again. Mo'unga away for Bodenbarrett. Good run by Rico Ioane, just out from the 22. First receiver is again Tyrell Lomax, running powerfully. Again it's there for Smith. Now Mo'unga slings it out for Papali'i. Mounting the pressure as Mo'unga had to stretch a wee bit. Now Jordan! Will Jordan! This guy is a freak. Will Jordan gets the opening try of the Test match.
Too much gas. He had too much pace for Jordan Petaia. When he got his hands on the ball, he just backed himself. It was a really nice sequence from the All Blacks right from the set. They had some really nice interchange of passing. Short balls, pop, pop, pop. And then Rico Ioane bust on the outside. He brushes aside Tom Wright, gets over the advantage line, and then as they sweep across the All Blacks, check out the man with the hot feet. Will Jordan gets on the outside. He can't match him, Jordan Petaia. Oh, magic.
Maybe, just maybe, he's been given a brief to just be roaming a wee bit more because he's got his hands on the ball more tonight already in the minutes we've played than he has in prior Test matches. Ardie Savea was the player the widest, and Jordan noticeably had crept inside, and that gave him that opportunity to get outside a player rather than have to go inside him. And when that happens, He is electric, so what a finish again.
21st test tonight. Will Jordan, 21 test tries. Moanga. An extra 2. And all of a sudden, the All Blacks strike twice and lead by 10 points to 0. Back to halfway with Foley. Again, Geordie Barrett says, I'll grab this. And once again, the Wallabies try to drive him back. Smith hands it up for de Groot. And Ethan de Groot, good strong run outside the 22.
Let's take him back.
Now Smith
Stop in front.
back
Stop.
for Moanga. Scouting back is Foley. Thinking about options here. Keen to take it and flicks the pass. Very close to being forward. And the All Blacks over the top.
Yeah, he's good.
But
you're not.
Had to release first. It's Tom Wright. And off he goes. Drops a little interesting little kick in. But it's been nicely snapped up by Geordie Barrett. Slips a clever pass to Moanga. Here's the counter-attack. Rieko Ioane with his pace. And Will Jordan knows run away from him. Rieko Ioane look to be lining up Will Jordan, so they go back the other way through Retallick. Now Smith under penalty advantage. Geordie Barrett, Moanga, and they've lost control of this finally.
Must be a card here.
And into the pocket he goes again. And a little bit of a disagreement off the ball. A couple of All Blacks are down actually.
Okay, step. Hey.
Brodie Retallick, he went absolutely charging into the Wallabies defensive line when they did have a player offside.
To that tackle there, Ben.
But Tom Wright, if he had his time again, he wouldn't be taking that quick tap because it sparked the All Blacks into life from the back. Rieko Ioane probably had his moment to pass and stay in the game. It was an amazing breakout, but at the right time, he probably didn't make a good decision.
Yeah, he's clearly never back on side.
However, you can see the work rate back from Geordie Barrett, the offload to Moanga. He thinks about kicking and then finds Rieko Ioane. Nice flat pass. He's got too much pace for Koroibete. Probably there was the time he thought about it, decided not to. Look at this from Retallick. And slip ahead and got back onside.
One gets back onside there.
Well, that was actually not a bad piece of work from Koroibete to recover. It just got in Rieko Ioane's eyesight. Just the eye line there as he was retreating back and trying to get alongside or close enough to Will Jordan, and that stopped that. Retallick's a wee bit sore as a result of that collision. But Australia must be staring at a card here.
They're looking at James Slipper, who is the player that has been adjudged to be offside.
First look. So the left arm is clearly there, but he breaks through.
It looks like one gets back onside there, Matcha. It looks like one gets back onside to the hindmost. Okay, go right back to the breakdown there, Ben. The wider view, please.
So they've cleared the fact that there's a wrap, so there's no problem with the tackle. What they're now looking at is James Slipper is the man he was going to put in the bin for being offside, but now he's questioning whether or not he was offside.
Yeah, looks like one's onside there for me.
So there won't be a penalty then?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is bizarre.
Clearly in front.
If the tackle was legal and he was onside,
you're offside.
What's the issue?
Okay, he never got back onside.
Oh, he's decided he was offside now.
Number one offside. Yeah.
I guess he had to pick one of the two.
Thinking all of that's gone on.
Fine. the
I think
rack.
James Slipper should just move his way
Okay, Sam,
back and think, oh, well,
on the floor, please.
there's
Okay.
a possibility they could have been getting a team yellow card
can you
there
just
for being
trust us to
offside
deal
off
with that,
penalty
please,
warning. So
I've reviewed it, and I've got
He's
an arm
not
in the
happy
tackle,
though,
okay?
and the reason why is this. They've turned down 3 and they could get 7 here, and he's still questioning as to whether it was him. However, he has to regroup.
Another big defensive effort required by the Wallabies here.
It's too big, goals, come in, come in.
Taylor with the throw.
3, 3. Yeah, just there, thank you.
Whitelock takes it down. And the All Blacks set it up pretty nicely too. Close to the line before penalty try. Penalty try. The Wallabies dragged it down, and the All Blacks get a 7-pointer, and the Wallabies get a yellow card.
it was always going to be a big problem for them to try and defend the situation.
Number 2, collapsing them all.
Being under penalty pressure, if they did something illegal, which they did, it was a nice peel away from the All Blacks. Ardie Savea was in control. Poreki's the man who brought it down illegally, so it's resulted in a penalty try, him going to the bin, and Australia are in big trouble now.
Well, a real good option too from Sam Whitelock. He could have taken the 3. Mo'unga's kicking well, but he probably felt that Australia are under so much penalty pressure, so many threats of another yellow card, that they could take a punt. The line-out's been safe, and it's been rewarded with the ultimate, and of course Poreki in the bin.
So back to halfway as Foley kicks off. This time the receiver is Mo'unga. Hurriedly bashes it downfield as far as Andrew Callaway, and the Wallabies through Foley, getting close to the line, but it's fielded by Barrett. Clever kick, very clever kick by Beauden Barrett. It stays in the field of play, and Callaway does well. Got away from Barrett, bought himself a bit of time and kicked it away down to Jordan. So the All Blacks countering from inside their own half. Jordan gets through the first tackle.
They're in front of the tackle.
He ran behind
Ran
Brody
before,
Retallick.
Preventing a possible tackle in front of the ball.
So the Wallabies get a break.
Number 4's in front of the ball, preventing a possible tackle.
Cast your mind back 10 days to Melbourne, and on 2 occasions the Wallabies did overcome All Black leads around about this number, so they can take some heart from that, but they've got to score next.
Say again, mate.
Yes, 31-13 was the worst of them.
6
So
goals
they're certainly within
10.
the range.
So let's have a look. The All Blacks, they get it really well set from Whitelock, and they peel away to the right as we look at it. The Wallabies had absolutely no answer. Look at the numbers compared to the Wallabies trying to scramble back. Savi is at the front, and it's being pulled down illegally.
10 metres.
So time in the bin
Happy,
for
Matthew?
Dave Poreki. So they'll need fill out Fainga, and away it goes for Samu. Pete Samu smashing his way through a couple of tackles. Now they need quick ball if they can get it. It's very slow. In fact, it's been stopped by the All Blacks. So Wilson hands it off to Valentini, and the Wallabies threatening near the try line.
Still advantage.
Gordon looks across. Neville.
Nice.
Oh, Connor Betty.
Come off.
They'll check it, but it looked okay to the naked eye.
Okay, so I'm playing, not rolling away.
Standing is fine, we just need to check the potential foot in touch.
Okay, so on-field decision try.
On-field decision try, we check the
So
potential.
on-field decision is a
Come off then,
try,
can you hear me?
but it
Yeah, I
might
can
be
hear you,
out.
Reece. I heard all that.
Yeah.
Get the best
Yeah, he
angle
was
up to show
hugging the touchline,
he's in touch with
Marika
it.
Cotabiti.
Perfect. So playing a penalty advantage against
But he needed that
2.
width for
Not
them
rolling
to
away.
be able to create the
On-field
space.
decision
It's just
try.
whether or not he was too
Yeah,
far
here's
across
the
when he
angle. You'll need just one look at it,
received
mate.
the pass and had a
Yeah.
foot in touch. It was a nice shift on from Holloway.
Good on the ground in Matthew, yeah?
So left foot clearly in touch.
Definitely on the line. So
Go
this
back
will
to
be
the penalty.
scrubbed out. It was a penalty advantage, remember? So the Wallabies are not done yet.
Penalty here.
And the All Blacks would be disappointed. They were caught napping at that line out. completely and utterly, and the Wallabies, Samu himself nearly scored from that, so they won't be that thrilled. They were down their hooker. They had to have a new guy throwing in, and the All Blacks were not awake to that.
It was a neat little move at the front, wasn't it, with Samu there.
Okay. Time back on.
That and thinking about a line-out drive, the Wallabies came up with something quite clever, caught the All Blacks out, and you're right, it took a lot to bring Samu down.
They're going to tap this.
Yeah.
No good putting a scrum down, no hooker there. So they tap it. Ball is available. Samu looks to get his hands on it. Away goes Pete. Samu getting close. Valentini over the ball. Slips it to Wilson. Harry Wilson just short. And another go by the Wallabies. And the All Blacks are saying a knock on.
Harry Wilson, who was that held him up? Akira Ioane?
Okay, I've got held up.
Goal line.
I got held up. It's goal line dropout. I've got goal line dropout. Clearly held up. Clearly held up.
So there's the call from the referee.
No advantage. No.
Clearly held
Ball
up,
behind.
he says. So the goal line dropout will be made by Mo'unga. And it's a prodigious kick too, away downfield as far as Callaway. Now Wilson, he only knows one way, Harry Wilson. Boom.
Okay.
10 metres in All Black territory. Alatoa on the inside for Valentini, spinning and making ground downfield. Here's Jet Holloway, taken by Savia. Now Gordon slings it away. Big defence by the All Blacks. Holloway again, he's got Wilson beside him. Snapped up by the All Blacks, but from an offside position.
James, thank you. I've got it.
Not sure how good Ethan de Groot is. I think he might have been the recipient.
So it's the same for them. I don't mind you competing. We've got to clean the tackle area first. Yeah. Okay, so that's the first offence. Tackle first, then you can compete, okay?
I tell you, well, that was some sort of run from Harry Wilson. It was de Groot and Savia, and fire met fire.
Okay, affected the clean.
He just pinned his ears back, Harry Wilson, and he had no intent in sidestepping, offloading. He was simply looking to run someone over. It was one hell of a collision. Impressive from both offence and defence. Check it out. Watch him wind up. And in he goes. Boom, far, that's a hit.
Okay, New Zealand there. On number 3.
So the Wallabies
Gone close.
playing some of their best rugby with 14 men. So Pete Samu has to deputise and does it well. Throws it to Wilson.
Inside 5, line out over. More!
And the Wallabies again putting the All Blacks under pressure. Gordon looking to dig in.
And use it!
Somehow get out of this. He does. And off it goes for
Tackle!
Pataya. Gordon again. Valentini
Tackle release!
looking to work themselves into a good position. Ball flicked away for Holloway. Now Gordon ripped away into the arms of the All Blacks. But hello.
Holding on.
So the All Blacks did the hard work.
Ball came loose.
Turned the ball
Holding
over.
on.
And then held on.
Time off. Time off. Come here. Come here. Captain. Okay, so for every single decision, I hear this player gesticulating, okay? 9. If I hear you again, you're going to leave the field.
So interesting now, I think
Okay,
Slipper,
Captain,
his
come back
intent
on.
is for more points than 3, so they're going to go quick tap again. They have to. I like their style.
Guaranteed 3 points. Here goes Valentini. Now Gordon. Away for Wilson. All Blacks having to make a lot of defensive tackles. Ball is there again for Gordon. Away for Harry Wilson. Now Holloway, first receiver. Got hands. Firing up wide, Kurabetti. Too many black jerseys there, though.
Back off black.
And he can't do anything with it. And the All Blacks have it back through Smith. Off it goes to Retallick. Nice footwork. Lomax frees it up. Out as far as Bowden Barrett it goes, and the All Blacks well and truly out of trouble here. Got the inside pass covered. And the Wallabies stuck on their own 22, and the All Blacks now arriving in numbers.
Okay,
Should come on the Wallaby side here.
And use it.
Been told to use it.
Now 9.
And Jay Gordon hasn't got many options available to him here.
Two.
As Cody Taylor tries to wade his way through. And Gordon slipping as he makes the kick, but safely into touch. What about the sidestep from Brodie Retallick?
It was fantastic, and the offload from Lomax as well. Freed the space. Rico onto Bowden Barrett. His kicking is right on the mark this evening. Really good chase from him and Rico Ioane. The All Blacks out of their own 22. Outstanding.
It's a pretty brave defence, though, from Jordan Pataya and from Tom Wright.
Don't open up. Just clearly said, stay on the mark. Hooker stepping off the mark.
Well, he's got a technicality here at the line-out. It's resulted in a free kick for the Wallabies.
Stay on the mark.
Of which they
Hooker,
won't want the scrum.
off.
No. So maybe a high up and under or another tap kick. Goes with the former. Clark waits just out from his own 22. Caleb Clark laying it back. Wallabies looking to step over the top. It's there though for Smith. And clever play, and off goes Cody Taylor on a big run. Sets it up for Geordie Barrett. And the All Blacks are inside Wallaby territory to regroup. Slings it on for Bowden Barrett. Nice pass to Jordan. Now Will Jordan lines up Aaron Smith. Great tackle on him. Ball is there for Savia. He unloads to Retallick. Still 10 metres to go here, the All Blacks. Akira Ioane using power. Looks to free it up. The All Blacks penalised.
I think it's Pete Samu.
I've got good.
I tell you what, the All Blacks, when they break out, are simply fantastic. They make good decisions. Even the left to right pass on Ethan de Groot, even though it hit the turf, it was still freeing space. Will Jordan electric, Aaron Smith mowed down, but equally Australia's desperation to find their way back, to stay in the fight defensively. Nice breakout from Cody Taylor. You can see Jake Gordon getting back. Will Jordan on the inside from Bowden Barrett, skins a couple of defenders with his pace. They scramble back on Aaron Smith. Desperation again, Jake Gordon, the 9. And then here, is it Pete Samu that gets in over the ball and gets his hands on it? Yes, it is. Oh, they are hanging in big time.
Back to 15 in just a few seconds, but
yeah, these are big moments, these. Just 2 or 3 minutes out before half-time. They won't be happy with 17-0. It could be a lot worse. With they've had 20 minutes of only 14 players, 2 lots of yellow cards. But they won't feel they're out of the game on the basis that they've had to scramble so much. 20 plus, they might feel that way, but if they just hang in, it doesn't look that flash. But they've done it before and they've done it recently. Huge moments for them to regroup.
And they'll be getting Ploreki back around about now, I would imagine.
Should get him to throw this line out, all going well.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Yep, he's given the all clear.
Good there, fellas. Yeah, yellow's coming back on. Numbers, Wallabies. Wallabies, numbers. Yeah.
Just over 2 minutes out from half-time.
More!
Neville wins the line-out for the Wallabies. All Blacks 2 first-half tries. One of those a penalty try.
Yeah, stay bound.
Held in the back
And
now,
use it.
Gordon. Kick coming down around about halfway, where Clark commits himself beautifully. Excellent hands from Caleb Clark. Now Smith off to Lomax. He's had a strong first half.
Six move.
Lays it back for Aaron Smith. Richie Moonga. Now the two Barrett brothers with Geordie taking it hard into contact. Whitelock slings it off to Moonga. Clever pass, Papaleo. Intercept from Foley. Back there is Bowden Barrett. Wilson there, but nobody else.
Stop.
And Barrett's found a lot of space here. And Ioane's flying. And it's not out. So here's Callaway. Andrew Callaway. And he manages to put it into touch. But boy, up and down we go.
Oh, take a breath. Wow. The All Blacks, Richie Mo'unga looking to create something special here in between two defenders. Ricochet was fine, but Papali'i's pass was picked off by Bernard Foley. The kick ahead and then the scramble back from Bowden Barrett.
Yeah, good desperation from Richie Mo'unga, wasn't it, to haul in Foley.
Last minute of the first half as Whitelock wins the line-out. Taylor with the ball. Has a look to see where they are on the park. It's 10 out from the 22. Smith gets it now. First receiver is Barrett. Mo'unga stabs a little kick in behind. Nice work, Pat Callaway. And Andrew Callaway, who has scored 5 tries against the All Blacks.
5 seconds.
Really had an opportunity so far in this game.
Wait.
All Blacks charge. And there goes the siren, but they'll have time. And it goes from Bowden Barrett. No, the flag has gone up. And the flag has gone up. The whistle is blown. And that is half-time here at Eden Park. And at half-time, the All Blacks, 2 tries to 0, 17 points to 0.
Welcome back to Eden Park, half-time in the final round of the Rugby Championship. The All Blacks dominant over the Wallabies. Kieran Reid, Christina Sousa, John Kerwin, and the All Blacks, they attacked and found opportunities, Rito, and then a line break opened up for Will Jordan, and he finished well.
Yeah, brilliant finish from Will Jordan. He's impressive when he gets the space and the ball in his hand in that space, and it's come off the back of a number of great carries from our forwards, I think. It's been the most dominant I've seen in terms of our gain line in this game, and Will Jordan's such a great finisher.
Yeah, he's great vein of form, running really well, getting himself into space and really threatening from an attack point of view. And then, you know, the big men went to work, same as last week. Penalty try, I guess the whole forward pack will take that, Rito, as you guys normally do. But the discipline is a big problem for the Australians at the moment, Sue.
Oh, yeah, it is. I mean, they were prior to this game, they were already sitting on 7 yellow cards and now make it with Holloway in the opening 3 minutes. And then you got Pareki, he's gone as the hooker. I mean, that discipline is just unnecessary. And some of it is at the breakdown, you know, those ineffective, almost ill-disciplined clean-outs. I mean, it's costly.
Yeah, well, you talk about pressure, and up front we've been waiting and waiting and waiting. Who might be that next man at tight head prop? Well, in the last few weeks, the last few games of the All Blacks, Tyrell Lomax for me, Kieran Reid tonight, carrying the ball, his work at scrum time, really established himself as the premier tight head prop.
100%, and I think out of your tight head prop, you don't really need to be talking about him. That means he's doing his job really well. But tonight, he's added an extra layer to his game, you know, in terms of these carries. These are tough carries, you know, running off the ruck, one off the ruck. And the skills of the man too, showing a bit of offload, but you know, it's just growing confidence. You get an opportunity, you can go for it.
And it's been that type of performance in the All Blacks, JK. But reality is they've missed a number of opportunities in the first half. They should well and truly be comfortable right now. We saw what happened last weekend. How do they stop that happening again?
Yeah, I think the attack coach will be saying, we're making some great line breaks, but we're not finishing. You know, a couple of really good line breaks, a bit more patience at the last breakdown, spread out and really put them to the knife after they've already made the break. We seem to be just rushing a wee bit, fix that up and it should go our way.
Yeah, let's go downstairs to Kirsty, get a different perspective of this first 40 minutes because it has been impressive.
Thanks so much, Jeff. Yes, you mentioned discipline. Dave Rennie mentioned discipline before this match. 2 yellow cards, conceding a penalty try, but somehow they are still hanging in this one, the Wallabies.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's probably the worrying sign for the All Blacks when they go in at half-time is the fact that they've got to be clinical. They've got to sort of make sure they pay off all that hard work that they've done. Because if the Aussies come back and score first, it's a different ball game, KT.
And we saw it in real life in Melbourne. You know, they can do it. They know that. And we talk about the all-important first 10 minutes after half-time. It is massive for both teams. If Wallabies score, they're going to get a roll on the right back in it. If the All Blacks score, I think it's going to be a bit too far, and I think the All Blacks will be able to push on from there. So massive 10 minutes coming up.
The All Blacks are still making plenty of line breaks, but not capitalising on all those mills.
Yeah, and they should ride that confidence. Now it's time for them to actually break it down and get really clinical when they make those breaks. Finish the job off.
And that's the mind shift. We saw when they played against Argentina and Hamilton, just a little change of that mind shift and they'll start finishing off those opportunities, be another ball game. They've got to lift the level.
Well, it's going to be a big second half coming up, but there's plenty more sporting action over the weekend. Our Kiwi, Joseph Parker, is back in the ring, his first fight of the year against Britain's Joe Choice. It is going to be huge at Manchester Arena. We've got that live for you on Sky Arena tomorrow morning, and the Cricket World Cup not too far away, the T20 World Cup in Australia. That starts the 16th of October. Well, we know the history. The Wallabies have not won here at Eden Park since 1986, but never say never, because remember what happened 10 days ago in Melbourne? We could be in for a wild finish.
So both teams start the second half with 15 on the park.
Ready, 10.
And the All Blacks will be pushing into this left to right breeze. As referee Andrew Brace signals time on, and away we go. And Marika Korombete for the Wallabies. And they have control of this just out from the 22.
And use it!
Jack
Take
Gordon
it back!
Will be keen to bang it down towards halfway, which he does. Nicely weighted kick taken down by Beauden Barrett. Lays it back for Ioane. Now Mo'unga back for Geordie Barrett. Looking to find a bit of space. No, he worked it out well. Did he make the 50-22? I don't think so. Just
not
out
quite.
No.
The Wallabies on the line.
I'll tell you, Holloway, he tried to put a hit on Geordie Barrett and came off second best, big time. He was there chasing the kick. He dropped himself into Geordie with his shoulder, and he has not won that battle by any means.
Standing in the tunnel as Alan Alatoa led the Wallabies down there, and there was a lot of talk in the group as they made their way down. And the big message was, let's win the first 10, fellas. Let's win the first 10 minutes. Got to win that.
Seems okay.
Thank you.
Jed Holloway
okay, let's go.
makes his way very slowly back to this line out.
Wallabies on the line, Sam. Wallabies on the line.
What a sight Eden Park is when it's chocker. And it
Okay,
threatens
let's
to be
go.
chocker tomorrow afternoon
Come
as well
on.
when the All Whites play
On the
Australia.
line, Captain.
Pre-sales 35,000.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. As Dave Parecki throws, and Holloway it is, but it's not straight.
Not straight. Yeah, I agree. Option, Sam. Yeah, you're right.
So a bad mistake from the Wallabies.
He hasn't had a happy night, David Parecki, and what this has set up is a wonderful opportunity, Justin, for the All Blacks to launch here.
So on the line,
Certainly off the back of what was a very impressive scrum in the first half, so they know they've got the stability, they've got the platform to launch from. Obviously the menacing players in the back line are the likes of Will Jordan with his speed, and then Beauden on the outside as well. And just with a little bit of width from this area, they can be super dangerous. Caleb Clark holding his position quite wide.
Bind! Set!
Smith gets it in. Now releases to Geordie Barrett, the first receiver. Good tackle by Foley. Now they go wide for Taylor. Here's Jordan. Oh, boy, that's a good front-on tackle by Korombete.
Onside.
And so De Groot sends it off to Retallick. All Blacks looking to be first to score in the second half. Taylor burrows a couple of metres.
Arrive up!
Savia stands over it. Off to Lomax. Looking to build up. Again, Savia goes. Ball is there. Taylor once more.
Release tackle!
Only a metre short. Whitelock has a crack. And Sam Whitelock held up, I think. Referee right there.
No celebration
Just
from
time out. Yeah,
Lomax in particular, who is right behind him. He might have lost
just
this
time off. I
forward.
just want to have a quick check. Ben, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. We're just going to get the best angle.
Ben, on-field decisions try. I just want to check to see if Ford's lost it.
Did he?
Oh, wow. Before grounded.
It's a rarity for Sam Whitelock.
Yeah,
140th test, 6 test tries at the moment.
Just to see if he's lost control.
Is this another
that's
one?
fine. I'll go through the draft now.
And he was nice and close, Sam Whitelock. He got himself into a good position. The tackler did equally as good a job to try and get underneath him. Balladers propels himself forward with the help of Lomax.
No, lost it. Has he?
Yeah, he hasn't got control of that.
No, somebody
Still
got
holding
their hand on it.
Looks like he's still holding.
Okay,
Next
so it's not
angle.
Angus
Yeah,
Bell's
take your time.
hands. That's his left hand,
It's a really tight
which
one
is
here.
on the ball now.
No rush.
Whose hand
Yeah,
is that?
still his
That's
hand,
the question.
If that's Whitelock, it's the right wrist brand. If it's Whitelock's hand, has he ever lost control?
Now, Belton certainly had it at one stage, but when the ball got twisted around, you think that Whitelock's still retained the ball. Even when after Bell gets his hands on it, Bell's hand actually goes off it, because you can see he's got no tape on his hand.
So does it lost there, though, momentarily?
Yeah, possibly.
Maybe not. The hand might still be there. He's got a big mitt. This is going to be freakish, this. On-field decision, remember?
Yeah.
Just bear with us, Bracey. Really, really tight.
I don't think he's lost it there. He's actually still retained possession. Bell's hand's trying to get underneath, and then Whitelock's comes over the top and plants it there.
We're just going to have one more look at it from this angle.
Just all we need to determine is whether Five is still holding the ball there.
Yeah, correct, but he's lost control of it first. So he appears to be always in possession of that ball, always in possession of that ball there.
Are they in joint possession? So is that simultaneous grounding?
No, because New Zealand have got the ball first.
Okay.
So, mate, you can stick with your on-field decision here, because for me, I've got no clear evidence to overturn your on-field decision.
Okay, so he's still holding the ball. There's no clear evidence to say that he's lost control of that ball.
That is correct, Andy.
Okay,
he's
so
no clear evidence to say he's lost control of that ball. He's always got it by the tip of the ball.
Cheers, mate. So there's no clear evidence to say he's lost control of the ball. So he's still in contact with the ball all the time, and then he grounds the ball. So it's just a try. Yeah, I know, but he's still in control as well. That's the other hand. Okay, so two hands. Yeah.
Try's going to be given. It's a rare one for Sam Whitelock. And Mo'unga converts, and suddenly the All Blacks out to 24-0.
And they batted away, did the All Blacks.
Your hand is on the ball.
They did a great job in shutting down Will Jordan. The tackle from Corabetti was simply outstanding at pace, but then the All Blacks rolled their sleeves up,
so he never
and the big men did the hard work, and the biggest man of all, Sam Whitelock, was the one that finally gets the job done.
Foley with the kickoff. Waiting is Clark. Caleb Clark takes it in to contact.
Last feet.
Still inside the 22. So Smith works it off for Retallick. Smith directing the traffic back for Mo'unga. And his clearing kick safely into touch. So a test try to Sam Whitelock. His combination with Brady Retallick, the 63rd time that they have locked the scrum. That equals the record. Second row record held previously by Bucky Sporter and Victor Matfield. As the line-out throw is won by the Wallabies. Long pass away for Pataya. Runs into Papali'i. Met strongly. Jordan Pataya. Ball slow to come back as Jordan gets it away to Ikito. Nice work by Foley. Drops it onto the ground. Taylor across there to snap it up. Xavier gets the call. Here's Clark. Bursting into the clear, but held on to by Alalatoa. Big tackle that. Now Moanga using his footwork. And slips the pass nicely. Here's Jordan. And Will Jordan. Away it goes from Smith to de Groot. Valentini, though, is up to the tackle. Ball channeled nicely for Smith. Holds on to it. Now Clark, who started it all. All Blacks working their way down towards the 22. Little on inside pass for Rico Ioane. Whitelock there. No halfback at the moment. So Dalton Papali'i goes in. Away it goes for Lomax. Moanga. Geordie Barrett near the 22. Nice build up here. Akira Ioane. Now Smith. Away for Rico Ioane. Bowden Barrett. Away for Xavier. And Artie Xavier. Again Smith. Swings it off to Whitelock. Geordie Barrett. Lomax again. Prominent tonight with the ball in hand. The Wallaby trapped in there. He won't be able to get out. So it's a penalty. Advantage. Now the little tap through. But no All Black within Kiwi. And so back for the penalty they'll come.
Couldn't do anything about it.
Number 5.
The Australian player, because he got dominated by Lomax in the carry, got himself pinned in the wrong position because he didn't dominate the contact. The All Blacks look like they're going to bank a further 3 points. Dangerous again off the breakout. Caleb Clark, how Alatoa hung on to bring him down was a sight to behold. There was one arm that was trying to bring down the tank. Here he goes through Caleb Clark and holds on. Look at the leg drive, pump. And he doesn't give up the fight, Alatoa.
Came from good defence, though. That's what it stemmed from. The All Blacks' defence has been resolute tonight. The scoreboard says that, but it just has been in terms of its practice. And they forced Foley into an error, really, a poor kick.
Moanga kicks the penalty, and suddenly the All Blacks out to a 27-0 lead, and I think that will bring a fair few Wallabies onto the field.
It does. It brings on Nick Frost in 19. I think, to be fair, Holloway was struggling anyway after the hit on Geordie Barrett. Nick White is on in 21, and also Fraser McWright is on in jersey 20. Geordie Barrett's been immense tonight in that 12 jersey.
Foley kicks off. Whitelock waits. Takes it down nicely. Sam Whitelock. Back for Smith. Papali'i takes it out to
contest over,
just out from the 22 as Smith waits again.
Okay, and use it.
Hangs it hard. Callaway lining it up. Clark in there as well, but Callaway has been taken away by Geordie Barrett. Looks to make a pass, but back for the original knock on.
Well, Clark got to the space first, and it meant that Callaway had to really work to get to the position. Clark just stands his ground, which he's entitled to do. Callaway can't handle it, and off the Aaron Smith box kick, the All Blacks
Okay, let's go.
Retrieve the ball.
Yeah. Happy? Hooker? Just left, please. When you're ready, fellas. Strong left side. Nice and straight.
Like to see Artie Xavier get off the back of the scrum here.
Don't get ahead of me.
There's a real disconnect, I feel, between where Foley is and McWright, the flanker. There's a big space there. You can see that opportunity for Xavier to get into that zone with his speed.
Set!
to do the scrum again.
7. Yeah, so the 17. So the issue I have is your feet are too long and you can't hinge down, okay?
All
The two of you are at fault.
building up this
Okay?
differential.
Better height, don't pull him in.
They started this game 13 points clear
Chase your
of
feet,
the
please.
Springboks.
I'm not happy with your feet, though, mate.
Springboks are at home.
Good heights, don't
in
fall in
Durban.
half. Feet
To the
underneath,
Pumas.
strong.
Look at the grouping there, Justin.
Yeah.
Caleb Clark and real close there and tight. That you throw a blanket over those four.
Find. Set. Stay there.
Smith in there searching. Away for Geordie Barrett, who's been really strong. Piles over the top of Foley. Not an easy man to beat in the tackle. Here's a bit of space for Clark. Thundering run. But equally a big tackle by Pataya. Here's Retallick wide. Off to Jordan. Thought about an infield kick. And then brought it back infield and flicked it away. Ball is loose. And it's on the Wallaby side for Nick White. Might try and open this up if he can. Difficult for Foley. He fires it back in field. It's been chipped back by Ioane. This is bizarre stuff.
This is AFL.
Yeah, it is. And finally, it's a penalty to the All Blacks.
Okay, leave the ball 9. No, I got good contest. Good view of
Well,
it.
he was looking for the space. Nick White at the pass put Foley under pressure. He would got bundled into touch. He tried to keep the ball in play. It bounced around a little bit, and eventually it was Nick White that pounced on it on the ground, but I think it was Aaron Smith. Whatever All Black defender was there very quickly got in over and lifted the ball.
Back off New Zealand. I got a good view of it, Alan.
Here's the Geordie Barrett, who, as you mentioned, has been incredibly strong in that 12 jersey, straight over the top of Foley. See you later.
And the combination in defence as well. He's made some massive hits in combination with other players as well at times, but he's just adopted that jersey so beautifully tonight.
Line out throw, not straight.
Same as down there. Option, it's outside arm. It's the same as up there.
No real excuses tonight. The element's pretty good.
No, ball came away, yeah. But he needs to stay nice and straight, okay? Go forward.
Well, it's already been announced Super Rugby next year. Another Super round in Melbourne.
Okay, when you're ready, fellas. Straight, go forward. Straight, go forward.
Full draw being announced tomorrow, but I believe that there's some fairly big key clashes between New Zealand teams.
Straight, go forward.
Super round Melbourne was so good in Super Rugby this year. Absolutely superb to have all the teams in one venue. And what a venue it is as well over in Melbourne. Absolutely fantastic occasion.
Set!
So Nick White. It's a shaky Aussie scrum.
17.
And it looks like it's on the loose head side of the Australian scrum. And Tyrell Lomax getting all the pats on the back. Boy, he has made a statement tonight.
And the news is not going to get any better in that front row either from the Wallabies' point of view, because they've got the 3 front rowers up now. The All Blacks to come off the bench, and one of those, of course, is probably one of their players of the year, in Takiapo.
Well, he could barely get it in.
Yeah, mate.
Such was the pressure
Discipline in the air.
being applied by the All Blacks. Taylor throws, won by Whitelock. Another golden opportunity here for the All Blacks. Taylor's got it, latched on the back, trying to keep it as straight as possible. This looks really good. Taylor goes to the line. Cody Taylor scores. And the All Blacks have 4 for the evening.
And set piece has been simply outstanding tonight for the All Blacks. The scrum has been absolutely monumental. And equally, when they're getting into the right zones, their line-out ball execution is absolutely pinpoint perfect. They get it set, the throw's good, Whitelock brings it down, but the minute that Cody Taylor gets his hands on the ball, he gets the momentum, shunts it forward, and then there's just nobody there to stop him.
Yeah, Tyrell Lomax at the heart of that, dragging it forward. Akira Ioane alongside him, and no price for the Wallabies defending that at all. Such a pleasing aspect of the game. Look at Jason Ryan in the background there. He's absolutely pumped about this performance. And I think we have to pay a bit of credit too to the try scorer, Cody Taylor. I think it's fair to say his form might have dropped off a wee bit, but he has returned very strongly tonight.
Absolutely well said. And it's been a very good All Black front row with Taukei'aho being in such good form, but they haven't missed a beat by bringing Cody Taylor into that mix. Good to see him back, scoring tries, making breaks, and equally doing his hard work up front.
Here's Mo'unga looking to convert the try, but it stays to the right. 32 points to 0 on the back of Cody Taylor's 16th test try. They go the other way this time. Beardy goes the 10 metres, not a bad kickoff. Doesn't really set up well for the Wallabies though. It's been grabbed by Geordie Barrett, fighting and scrapping to get to the ground, and he wasn't able to do it. Here's Nick White having a little snipe. Corabetti away for Bell. Good strong run here by Angus Bell. Carried on by Valentini.
Advantage offside.
Now White, the All Blacks offside. Ball left behind. Thumping defence by De Groot.
Okay. No. It's completely legal. Nick, it's completely legal. You got a penalty here, okay?
Oh, he's got a bit of attitude.
Like it.
Nothing wrong with it.
If that's directed at me, I'll reverse the penalty.
Miss either.
Are you clear? If that's directed at me, be very careful. Yeah.
Oh, Nick White's given him a bit of a spray, the ref, and he didn't like it, so he's
offside.
Given him a quite clear warning there. But
be extremely careful.
Wallabies did well to turn the ball over.
It's up to you. It's up to you. You'll go straight back off the field.
Check this out. Ethan de Groot. Whack.
3 and 9. Black, yeah.
Nicky is the man on the receiving end.
Right, All Blacks have made 4 changes. So Aaron Smith off in jersey 9. Good night for him. Good night for all of them, to be fair, isn't it? Cody Taylor gone as well. And that is for Taukei'aho. You'll see off Tu'ungafasi on in jersey 17 and Nipo Laulala in 18. No respite for the Wallabies.
Come on.
Line-out throw has been won by Neville.
More!
And the Wallabies with one of their better opportunities in this game.
One stop!
Taken into the back of the maul by Nick Frost. But Brodie Retallick in there doing some sterling work. And this might have been turned over, yeah. Outstanding from the All Blacks.
They tried to shift. So we saw the All Blacks do it earlier in the match when they were awarded a penalty try. They tried to do it, the Wallabies, around the front with Wilson, but the All Blacks were resilient to that. And so then when they had to make their way back to the right-hand side, it became disjointed. You could see there Retallick was still part of the ball. Once he got his hands on it and got him to fight, there was no way you were going to move him.
Perfectly through the middle.
Jason Ryan dines out on that sort of defence from the All Black pack.
Yeah, here goes. Yeah.
Taika Waititi.
Fold him in half, yeah.
They've seen him on the big screen.
Crouch!
Change at hooker for Australia. Folau Fainga in jersey 16 for Toreki, who's had better nights.
Set. Stay square. Use it.
Finley Christie.
Both down.
Slings it wide. Geordie Barrett. Well, he's been a bit of a revelation in that 12 jersey.
Stop.
Mo'unga partially charged, so everyone's onside. Now here's Samu, gets it back and down, beautifully picked up, and the try is scored.
Back off Black, try is good.
Rather fortuitously, but the Wallabies will take it. Falau Fainga has scored it.
Got on the run.
Outstanding from Pete Samu as well. Look, they worked hard to get the charge down. The energy levels are good. Korobeti gets it shot. Fainga shifts it onto Samu, back on the inside, off a Will Jordan deflect, and then he has enough momentum to bounce over.
There's some great intent from Australia, and off the bench it came too. It was Nick Frost, who was the man that originally made the charge down. Nafi lost that forward in the end. I think he probably got it on the line, but there was two really good work, skillful bits of ball work by the replacement hooker, who was only just on the park. So bench impact, way too late, but something to smile about.
Well, he scored a hatful of tries for the Brumbies over the years. And he scored test try number 6 tonight, Falau Fainga. And the Wallabies at last, after nearly an hour, are on the board. Goldie's kick is good. So the try has been converted. 32 points to 7. 20 minutes left in the test match.
Well, they caught a lucky break here with the deflection, but look at the intent on Samu in the fend, the ability to roll it back in the inside, and Fainga surges over.
Mo'unga restarts. Korobeti. Over the 22 goes the big winger.
Lost it, 7.
Papali'i had a crack at it. Was close to getting it too.
Take it back.
Now here's the Wallabies looking to use the width. Away it goes. Oh, Pataya had the ball, was thinking a little bit too far ahead and lost it.
That will frustrate Dave Rennie, because they actually worked it nicely enough to create some space. Callaway and Foley made good decisions. The pass is right out and into the chest of Pataya. That's Caleb Clark, the last defender. And you can see there the disappointment. Those opportunities, you need to be better than that when you create them.
You're straight in, okay? And the same message as we said down there, okay? Higher. Feet strong.
In fact, Jordy Barrett's been such a great ball carrier tonight. He's taken
strong left side.
The acid off those around him, and gives them a little bit more freedom, and gives the All Blacks a lot more options for the Australians to consider. One of those is Clark and close.
Set.
Penalty. So more problems up front.
Second time he's clearly
for
hinging
the
in half,
Wallabies.
17. Well, that's the second time. He needs to improve, otherwise he leaves, okay? He's hinging down, 17.
So once again, it's Angus Bell who has committed the infringement.
What money on Tokiahu now? There's a try scorer.
Well, he was first down there.
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah.
Dear me.
But again, this is all off the Pataya mistake. Australia just putting themselves under pressure.
Short line out.
Tokiaho taken down by Akira Ioane. Now Tokiaho.
Stop!
He's already picked up 7 test tries. The Wallabies have got him up off the ground here. And now the All Blacks get a little bit of way on, and over the line they go. But
second time.
The ball's gone to ground, and the Wallabies have won a scrum.
Didn't use it second time, Sam, yeah. Clearly held up. Good straight. I've got him. Don't fold him hard. Don't fold him hard. I will referee him, but you need to stay up.
This is the quarter of the game where the Wallabies tend to do pretty well, but they are backed onto their own line here, and they've got a creaky old scrum too.
Bind! Set.
Let's see whether they can set a decent one here. Nick White will get it in and out as fast as he can.
All out.
Oh, Christie got onto it. Oh, and now Tom Wright's dropped the ball. And they can see the penalty. It has all gone horribly wrong here.
Okay.
Kerry Ioane did really well. He got in over the ball quick as a flash after Wright dropped it. So more than just a knock-on, he turned it into a penalty. But the Wallabies really, at the moment, they are the architects of their own demise. They are making basic errors in this zone that is just piggybacking the All Blacks
Angus, it's better.
into this game. There's Akira, gets his hands on the ball and wins the penalty.
All Blacks opting for a line-out, which has been won by Retallick. Now watch Taki Aho here. If the All Blacks can get cracking.
Don't change the outside.
He's got the ball. They're going straight. They're getting a bit of help from the backs. They go to the line, and they score another one. Samasoni Tokiaho.
Now there's a sense of inevitability about it, wasn't there? The minute they got set at the back, they got it moving. It went static for only a brief amount of time before the backs added some more weight to it. And after it got its second movement, Taukei'aho, nice and patient. You can see there it's set. They do well, Australia, to stop it at the first point. But then when they get some momentum forward now, then Christie joins. Savia comes in because it was a short line out. Geordie Barrett and Caleb Clark, and they push Taukei'aho over.
They've been thrilled the way they've formed these drives. They've had a really strong at the front of them. This time it was Whitelock and Retallick as the key men just pulling away at it, and that of course enabled the backs to get in behind, and that's when it became curtains for the Wallabies. Strong night tonight for Brodie Retallick, maybe his best game back. He's made way for Tupu Vai in jersey 19.
5 tries to 1, the All Blacks so far in this game. Mo'unga from near the touchline and off the post. So a 30-point margin with 14 minutes remaining at Eden Park. No chances tonight for Andrew Callaway.
Tone Fa'amasili on in jersey 18, and that is for Alan Alatoa.
Change of tactics from Foley. He kept it low, but Whitelock was up to it. Ball available for Christie. Gets it across for the try scorer, Taukei'aho.
And use it!
Ball coming slowly for Finley Christie. Callaway's got his eyes set on this, and he never quite arrived. And the ball bounces up for Ioane. The race is on, and it just makes it to the line. And the Wallabies have forced it.
Yeah, it's a goal line.
All Blacks have a man down, right back on halfway, Will Jordan. No doubt in the contest for the high kick.
Yeah, he was involved, Will Jordan. You can see him angling in there. And it's just a collision of bodies between him, Masuli as well, the replacement player. And he's just landed very awkwardly, I think, Will Jordan. A real contest for the ball. Cotabeti didn't handle it well at all, bounced it down there. But Foley was back to save the day.
Brilliant skills, Akira Ioane, for a big man who's made a massive contribution. 68th minute, and a lovely little touch off the left foot. Perfectly weighted.
Blacks coming off.
Jersey 23, Sevu Rison for Will Jordan.
Genuine contest for the ball. And Will Jordan comes out second best as he limps from the field.
Reece Hodge in 22 for Australia.
It's a loss. It's a knocked on to scrum.
Well, things get worse for Australia as well. Will Jordan, another outstanding test match.
Yeah, it's gone back, but the second one he's knocked
by
it on.
him. But what they are saying now is that
the second one you've lost it on.
Cotabeti in his movement to try and force the ball actually propelled it forward, which constitutes a knock-on in goal, which means it's a 5-metre scrum. So the pressure is by no means ending for Australia now.
They kicked it into there.
Yeah, he hasn't grounded it, and then the second one's a knock-on. TMO's confirmed. Okay, ready, guys? Let's go.
Well, look at that stat. 10-2.
That's a knock-on.
Penalty count 13-9 against the Wallabies. 2 yellow cards, remember, in the first half.
Seconds. Crouch. Yeah, please. Bind.
Yeah. Geordie Barrett
Pre-engage both sides, guys.
is lurking menacingly again. They've used him a lot tonight, the All Blacks. I just wonder whether or not, on this instance, they think about using him as a decoy or even get a wrap off him and try and hit on the outside.
Seconds.
Because he's commanding enough attention. Bernard Foley's shoulders must be very sore because he's been the one who Geordie Barrett's picked out and run at all night.
Right, so from Christie. Wallaby scrum holds up this time.
Ball is lifted.
Christie a little bit slow, and
release now.
Nick White has tied him up big time here. And yes, a penalty.
20's first man.
Good work by the Wallabies. They have somehow snuffed out the All Black 5-metre scrum.
Ball is lifted. 20's first arriving player.
Foley bangs it off downfield. And Smithy, I've got a feeling that RTS might be close.
Well, close-ish, not quite yet. Austin Satutu on in jersey 20. That'll be for Akira Ioane.
Come on.
So it looks like it'll be 10 minutes for Roger Tuivasa-Sheck.
15.
As the line-out throw is over the back. Here's Foley. Lost control of it in the tackle. All Blacks knocked it on as well, double knock, and so
pretty sure
it'll be another scrum.
Geordie Barrett tackle as well, so he and Foley have had a very close relationship tonight. Here is Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. God, you think it was Richie McCaw making a comeback. The crowd's gone nuts.
Time on.
That's impressive performance from Beauden Barrett. He hasn't played that fullback for the All Blacks since 2020 against Argentina.
Yeah.
And looks like he's been in the jersey so much more than what that stat tells you, because he just slots in seamlessly, Beauden Barrett.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
A prime attacking opposition right in centre field here. Off the back, Satutu, Mo'unga. Reece Hodge has made good ground to get across and make a catch, a fair catch. So a wasted kick
10 on my
by the All Blacks. And Hodge lets rip. He's got a massive boot on him. And he's found the touchline. Taken quickly. Geordie Barrett back at fullback. Big spiralling punt. Hodge. Looking to counter-attack here through Reece Hodge. Ball. Sevu Reece head on. Wallabies look as though they might have retained this.
Okay, onside.
Yes, they have. So McWright serves it off to Fa'amasili. Now a charging run from Bell, but it was mainly a crossfield. And a penalty won by the Wallabies.
20, affected clean. 18 good, 20 not. Clean attack area first.
24 penalties called in the game.
There's been some collisions out there. You could hear that contact, Sevu Reece on Reece Hodge, and the ref's mic as they collided. It was just an absolute smack of bodies.
Oh, he didn't put it out. That's a bad mistake. So the All Blacks will bring it back through Mo'unga. Slips it to Geordie Barrett, who's now playing at fullback. Toki Aho takes it into Wallaby territory. And a turnover, another penalty. Wallabies over the ball, had all rights to it.
His first man. Spalzer.
And just struggling to get a bit of flow into this game with 8 minutes to go.
It's become a bit messy, hasn't it? Stop-start, quite a few penalties, lots of turnovers, spilt ball, and the breakdown accuracy has gone too from both sides.
Sam, you're on the neck. Sam, you're on the neck as well.
I mentioned collisions. Look at this. Bang! Oh, and head on head as well, just to finish it off.
Okay, good gap. Hold.
So the Wallabies inside the All Black 22. It's a rarity.
10.
Flying out throws. Ball delivered to Samu. He's got a bit of space. Pete Samu just a couple of metres out as the Wallabies look to bag their second try of the match. Short pass, twisting and turning. Was Samu? No, it wasn't. In fact, it was Fa'amasili. Now goes to Bell, and Big Angus Bell upended in the tackle of Tungafasi. Valentini. But the All Blacks have well and truly got him under control. Now the Wallabies working hard.
Turnover
all ripped away by Reese. Big turnover, Sevu Reese. Now a short pass for Satutu. Off it goes to Clark. All Blacks inside their own 22. Tom Wright goes west. Now the All Blacks charging it up through Tupou Vai. Christie again. Away for Geordie Barrett. Lovely pass. Gets it wide to Savia. Artie Savia gave the ball off to Papali'i. 10 out from the 22. Christie keeps it going. Tuangafasi.
Away now!
No, in fact, it was Toki Aho. Christie looking to the right and delivers up for Savia. Very nearly slipped pass on the outside. Now here's Geordie Barrett. Might be playing fullback, but the ball's stolen. So Wilson has it for the Wallabies. Plenty of movement in this particular phase of play. Nick White waiting.
Okay, hold in front.
Looking for some sort of clearance, and Jordan Patai makes it and bangs it into touch.
That was so good.
Yeah.
That was so good. Caleb Clark. Tom Wright, get out of my way. Drops the hip. Puts him on the grass and powers on. The breakout from the All Blacks outside their 22. The ambition to play. Outstanding. Initiated by a Sevu Reese turnover. And it nearly went the full length. Foley's succumb, I think, finally to the battering that he's had all evening.
Yeah, Callaway will go back to fullback, and Reese Hodge will come into this 5'8" position. And he has had a battering.
Ben? Hodge? Oh, yeah.
So that's the live ladder. And boy, the Springboks to win the Rugby Championship are going to have to win by plenty as the All Blacks win another line-out with 5 minutes left in the game. Tuangafasi takes it into contact.
Yeah.
It's there for Christie. Referee's put the arm out. Here's Satutu. And Christie surveys the options. Gets it off to Whitelock. Still working hard, the skipper. Christie again. Now Mo'unga. Attempted intercept.
18.
And back they go for the penalty.
Here, mate.
Well, Sam Whitelock will be aware of the situation. They've well and truly dominated this game, particularly cranking the wheel in the second half, but he's shown intent all the time to just to keep accumulating points. So he's going to grab another 3 that makes that equation for South Africa just so much harder. The more he clocks up, the harder it is for them overnight against Argentina to win this rugby championship. He's done a great job as captain tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Well, if this goes over, the All Blacks will lead by 33. tack on the 13 that they already led by. That means the Springboks need to win by 47. Might have to score some tries, put away the boots.
They might, and it won't lack entertainment if they've got to play with that type of ambition.
Yeah, exactly.
I think first and foremost, they'll still want to win the game as well.
Yeah. So the penalty goal landed by Mo'unga, and the All Blacks hit 40 and lead by 40-7.
Oh, he has had a great game, Sam Whitelock. He's led very well. He's made great decisions. He's been conscious of the overall picture as well. But his try just after half-time was probably the nail for the Wallabies. They had to start strongly. He stopped them.
That was beautifully taken down by Whitelock, but it was illegal from the Wallabies, so they concede a penalty.
Look, they've just been a bit clumsy tonight, the Wallabies. Some of the passes they've dropped, some of those discipline issues, the mistakes they've made, including that one just unnecessarily taking Whitelock in the ear. It's just not good enough. It's a hard enough mountain to climb here at Eden Park, let alone having poor discipline on the evening.
Good gap, not too big, New Zealand.
Tokiaho throws, taken down by Savia, Papali'i, and dropped cold by Samasoni Tokiaho.
Justin, the best performance for these men in the home internationals?
Yeah, certainly feel that this evening, given the changes that they had to make, they are enforced changes. They certainly have had good rhythm right from the opening exchanges. Their defence has been very good. And the breakouts, if you think about the breakouts and the ambition to play, has been very good. And some real finds, and here's one in the 12 jersey. Geordie Barrett. Yes, I think so.
18 seconds.
You agree?
I do. I absolutely do. Because they just have not let the Wallabies in. That's the problem. We knew what kind of mood they come here, the Wallabies. They were hurting from last week, but they've just not let them in at any point.
So last throw of the dice from the Wallabies. Here's Hodge looking to stride into a gap. Good tackle to Ivasa-Sheck. Now off it goes to Callaway back on the park. Tom Wright looking to power through the tackle of Clark. It's there for Nick White again. He goes wide for Hodge. Good offload. The Wallabies looking to salvage something out of this. Pops the pass wide for Wright.
Release,
taken down on the tackle of Rico Ioane. Now Callaway for Amasili.
No, you lost
for
it.
the Wallabies. We're into the last minute of play as Hodge makes it to halfway. All Black defence solid. For Amasili goes again.
No, 7, too long.
Now White. Fainga looking to power through a tackle.
On the ball.
And they do win themselves a penalty.
Release him on the ground. No, you've affected,
you've
affected the contest.
I think so.
21.
Maybe we'll go to a line out.
19 release on the ground. Affected ball placement.
28 penalties whistled in this game by Andrew Brace of Ireland. A couple of yellow cards thrown in.
You've allowed 9 to compete.
There'll be
You've got
some
to release
stats
them on
that
the ground.
the Wallabies are not happy with. They haven't won the key ones, but equally ones like missed tackles. 26 tackles they've fallen off. And how good have the All Blacks been? They've only fallen off 6 out of 130 that they've made. So there'll be lots of areas. We've seen the turnovers that Dave Rennie will not be happy with.
Fainga to throw to this line out. So the Wallabies looking to march towards the line
at the front.
In the last 5 minutes, or last couple of minutes of this game. Short pass goes for Bell. Now White again. For Omasili. Driven back in the tackle. The All Blacks will be determined to hold out here. As White away for Bell. Tries to burrow his way through. Now White, little hesitation. Neville. Pot wide. chance here right on the left wing side. Corabetti over the top of Christie, but then he runs into the brick wall. Now White again to Neville. Whoa, blimey. Geordie Barrett over the top. Here's Bell again. White pops it up. Nick Wright. On the side. White again. Goes wide. Pataia. And Jordan Pataia grabs a consolation try for the Wallabies.
And they finally showed some good ball retention, the Wallabies. At times when the All Blacks were coming forward and putting in some decent physical tackles, they stayed patient, recycled the ball, good clean out, made good decisions. This is Corabetti. He knows that he's got power when he goes into contact. Now so does Finlay Christie. They hold on, the All Blacks, keep trying to come forward, but here, very good decision from Nick White to miss out Fa'amasuli and hit Pataia underneath the post.
Yeah, for Pataia, he will have the second last say. They'll kick this conversion as well. You would imagine the Wallabies, it would be Reece Hodge, but it's been conclusive, absolutely conclusive, and the All Blacks stamp authority on it.
Yes, they certainly do, Smithy. The Wallabies got a couple of converted tries in the second half. The damage done in the first half when they led by 17-0. They've outscored the Wallabies by 5 tries to 2 and have come away with yet another win at Eden Park. So the record goes on. Final score here, 40-14. Right, let's go and hear from Sam Whitelock, the All Black captain, with Kirsty Stanway.
Thanks very much, Grant. Yes, Sam, congratulations. Skipper tonight. You defended the Garden of Eden, the fortress that you have here, and gave yourself the best possible chance of winning the Rugby Championship. How did you see things out there?
Yeah, Eden Park's an amazing place to play. Thanks for everyone coming out and supporting us at home. It means so much to hear the whole crowd getting behind us from the first minute right until the last minute. So thanks for everyone coming out.
For you personally, what was the best part of this performance tonight? Defence was pretty outstanding. You kept them scoreless until about the 60th minute.
Yeah, really, really happy with the D. Defence comes down to effort, and the boys were working hard to get up off the ground. We allowed them back into the game, though. Pretty frustrating to let them score right on the death of the game. Set piece, not too bad. There's always things to work on. I thought Australia changed their plan up a little bit and put some pressure on us early, but full credit to the guys. Jace was awesome at half-time and gave us solutions, and that allowed us to come away with some more tries at the end.
There's been a lot of chat this year about consistency. That's now 3 in a row for the All Blacks. Are you starting to find your feet, to find this rhythm?
Yeah, it's great to win a couple of close ones, but really nice to put some good moments on moments there, and that's what we've been trying to do the whole time, but it's really nice when it starts to happen.
Just finally, another message, not just to the fans here, but the fans at home. Your last test at home, and it's been a big year so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's always a massive year. It's great playing at home, but it's also awesome seeing the Black Ferns play out here, and I want to wish them all the best for the upcoming World Cup. We had a good catch-up with them yesterday, and we're just like the rest of the country, right behind them.
Thanks so much, Sam. Great work tonight. Captain of the All Blacks for tonight, Sam Whitelock, will head now to James Slipper, the captain of the Wallabies.
Yeah, cheers, Kirsty. James, I know, very, very disappointing night for you blokes. I mean, for you, was it the ill discipline that put you under pressure?
Yeah, definitely. Playing with 13 men or 2 yellow cards in the first half really put us on the back foot. But, that's a very disappointing outcome for us tonight.
After last week and coming into Eden Park, what was the mentality with your guys?
Oh, we wanted to come here and perform. We were really gutted for the result last week, and we had a lot of confidence coming in tonight, but the ABs were too good tonight, clearly.
And I suppose frustration, a lot of errors too from the lads. Could you pinpoint that for me?
Well, I can't pinpoint it. It's a bit dewy, but it's no excuse. Both teams have to play in it. Far too much drop ball and too many penalties, mate, really put us under pressure.
Over the whole, though, for the Rugby Championship, a lot of positives for your team.
Yeah, we had a bit of adversity throughout the championship. The boys stayed really tight, showed a lot of character at times. So I'm proud of them, but just gutted the way we performed tonight, and it just wasn't good enough.
All right, keep your head up, Skip, and good luck for the rest of the one, eh?
Yeah, cheers, mate. Appreciate it.
Yes, and obviously disappointed James Slipper. They conceded a couple of yellows and a lot of penalties in the game, but the All Blacks were clearly superior. They led 17-0 at half-time. And they've come away with the victory here at Eden Park by 40 to 14.